You make beautiful things. You make beautiful things out of the dust. You make beautiful things. You make beautiful things out of us.
I am Margaret Clegg, and this is Big Russ's story. Every month, the fourth Thursday of every month here at West Court, we serve at a men's homeless shelter called My Brother's Keeper. We often abbreviate for MBK for short. And it's a blessing that we feed these guys. We cook a dinner here, we take it down there, we serve them, but more importantly, we help build relationship. And one of the guys there is Big Russ. And Big Russ is Big Russ because he's got a big heart. And he's always the first person to greet you. He always wants to shake your hands. He tells all the guys, take off your hat. We're praying. You need to have respect. And Big Russ has had some failures in his life. Unfortunately for him, alcohol was part of his failure. Alcohol was his friend and his prop up probably for quite a few many years. And he ended up in the homeless shelter, not being able to pay his bills. He didn't have a job. No one wanted to hire him. So we ended up at My Brother's Keeper, and he was there for a while making relationships until about 20 weeks ago. He saw the care and compassion in the people's eyes that worked there when they were concerned that he'd taken a stumble, and he came to realize for himself how detrimental his drinking had become to him. And from that day forward and that day since, he's not had a drink. And things have started moving along for him. He's gotten a voucher so he can get housing again, to be in his own house, and possibly a job. And not only that, he's kind of become a role model. He's actually what they call a trustee there. There's someone that looks after the guys. He comes in before they show up. He stays, he does the laundry, he helps mop the floor, just does whatever he possibly can to serve those men and to show love on them. So he's actually in a neat place, kind of has a job training the person that's going to take his place, because he's going to be moving out and have a home and get his life back. And not only is he getting his life back, he's getting his family back. One of the associated failures of his situation was being estranged from his family. And he received a call about 9 months ago, and his son said, "Dad, we need you around because you're going to be a grandpa." And he's had the joy of meeting this grandchild and trying to be a part of her life. And he's just very excited for all the things that are coming up for him. So being involved at My Brother's Keeper is a victory for this church because Jesus offers hope. He offers new life. And by us going down there, serving a meal that we've cooked, it doesn't seem like a huge thing, but every church that gets involved, like ours, is one more church that makes an impact, that shows multiple people care about this person, and just loving on them. Jesus says, "You'll know my disciples by the way you love one another."
All around, hope is springing up from this old ground. Out of chaos, life is being found in you.
My name is Jacob Smith, and this is my story. 3 to 4 years ago, it was the summer of freshman year during marching band, is when Dad and I, and basically everyone, started to realize that the truck was running bad and something was up. There's one story I could remember actually coming back from ensemble rehearsal from church, jumping on the freeway, and he literally would have it to the floor, and it still wasn't keeping up with the speed limit. And they discovered that it was a cracked valve in one of them. So basically you have, out of the 6 cylinders firing, you only had 5, and that's why it was running rough and it was misfiring. And as years went on, we got very close and everything. We had it all set to go, and as Dad got sicker and sicker, we couldn't do much, And about 2 years ago, that's when Dad has passed. And after that, it was just kind of confusion. devastating for me and the whole family. I mean, he had lots of friends and support. And, day before that, it was just to me, being a kid and just having dad and mom raise me, and right after that, it was instantly, into adulthood, and everything you do is on your own, and it's hard for me to get through, but I go day by day, and right afterwards, I made the decision as my duty as was, I'm going to get this running and make him proud and feel, proud of me, and, everyone that supported me, that I could show him that I could do, things, even without him, but, in my mind, he's still there with me, helping. The relief for me was the day it's fired right up, and, I had worries that, I was going to run into even more problems and this and that, but that day when it fired up, it ran just like a champ. The relief for me was I felt like I made Dad proud, that, I did something, and, I kept things alive for him, Every night I just pray and ask, is there any way that you could just, help me in some, or just guidance, or just anything, there'd be nights where I would accomplish something, I would thank God, just thank you for helping me, just.
My name is Alycia Dolan, and this is my story. I was asked to share a recent victory with you. About 10 years ago, I found myself drowning in debt. I was not sure at the time what to do, and I knew that poor choices had led me to that point. I felt like God was answering my prayers by telling me I needed to fight my way out, and so I started to. Shortly after that, Andy and I got married, and he joined with me in the struggle to become financially healthy. I wish I could tell you that every step along the way was a step forward, but it wasn't. We sacrificed, we saved, we worked hard, but we made a lot of mistakes along the way. Today I can tell you about a huge victory for us. For the first time, as a family, we are debt-free. I know we will fail again, and we will make mistakes, but with the help of God, we will continue on the path towards financial peace. The relief that comes from the lifting of our burdens, financial ones or any other kind, enable us to serve less encumbered. I have seen God at work many times in this process, and I know that we wouldn't be where we are without His grace and help. Whatever your burdens are, you can trust Him to walk with you and carry them.